Hey, I'm Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and I want to thank you for stopping by to hear how I have cracked the retention code. Look, I've been asking this question for years from audiences. Who here does 12 or 24 visits of maybe kind of scripted patient education? Who here uses a tip of the week? Who here has an actual structured system in their practice to help to educate and empower their patients about chiropractic and about their health? And across the board over the years, as I've tallied the numbers over and over again, I saw the number start at 10% and it dipped down to about 4% of the people in an audience had some level of an organized system in their practice for patient education. And unfortunately, it usually lasted for about 10 to 12 visits and then it was done. If you don't have a plan to educate your patients, how can they ever place higher value on the care that you provide? If you don't have a plan to empower them about what's possible through a chiropractic lifestyle, through getting chiropractic as a part of their lives, how do you think they're ever going to stay? See, it's funny. I find it interesting that everybody out there is talking about getting new patients, getting new patients. Everything you see is about finding a way to get new patients in your office. And in fact, I remember hearing this years ago from Dr. Patrick Gentempo, who said that most likely every person in this audience, and for you right now, anybody who's watching, who's been open for any amount of time, probably has more inactive files than active files. This is where we take a step back and say, wait a minute, let's break this. Let's have a goal and a vision of having more active files than inactive files. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. About increasing patient certainty so we can increase patient retention and actually focus on the people who are in between your four walls and empower them so well that they can leave and go out and articulate the very message that you're hoping that they will share with the people of the community. Third-party endorsement, folks, nothing is more powerful than that. So here's what I've created. I've created a program that is a turnkey program. A program that is driven by your staff. They do the work. You will have to spend about 5 minutes a week talking to your staff about the tip that you're going to use, and they do the rest of the work. So here's how it goes. Number one, there's a monthly theme. So a couple of weeks before the month, you're going to get an email that has a video that talks to you about the 4 or 5 tips that you're going to receive this month as a part of the theme of the month. Don't worry, you're not a thematic office. It doesn't matter because you can still utilize these tips to empower your patients and educate them. Then it's staff driven. So you have a designated, So you have a designated communication CA. The person who's in charge of doing all of this. The person who's in charge of talking to you about the tips of the week. Literally 5 minutes of your time to have somebody who's giving you a reminder every single day about what you need to be talking about. These tips are created for you and editable by you. Not edible, editable by you. Meaning if there's something in there you don't like, man, take it out, delete it. If there's a line you want to add, go ahead and drop it in. I've made this easy by ensuring that we use Word documentation, the Word docs of Microsoft Word, to create all of these tips so you can make any changes that you want. Guess what? You tell your staff to do it, they go do the rest of the work. They have it printed up and ready to go. If we're using paper tips, they have it printed up and ready to go by Thursday, the week before delivery. There's always 2 bonus tips that are included every single month. So if you don't like 1 or 2 of the tips that have been made for this month, it's okay. Dive into the bonus tips and use those in your practice. And they're delivered every single week. That's right, every week, every Tuesday, in your inbox, there is a tip of the week ready to go. Your staff meets with you for 5 minutes. They make changes if you want them. They deliver it on Monday morning and they explain to everybody what it is that we're doing for this week's tip. Why? Because I teach them how to explain this tip and what it means. Doc, all you have to do is show up. You show up, your staff does the tip, and now they hold you accountable to making sure that you're utilizing it every single day. The final bonus with these tips is that they're geared around how we learn. You learn this in high school. We're visual, we're kinesthetic, and we're auditory. So the tips are geared around teaching people through that model, but also going a step deeper as we look at this thing called neuromarketing and neurocommunication. Really connecting with people and using techniques that can help to draw them in to better understand what it is that we're doing. So, if you're ready to increase patient certainty and increase your patient retention, I'm going to make this simple. All you have to do is click the link below and you're going to get the first month for $47. After that, it goes up to $77. It's very simple and straightforward here. You cancel at any time. The key to all this is taking the action so you can start improving that patient certainty in your practice and improve your patient retention. If you need more information, take a look at the testimonials down below and even click on the link that'll give you a taste of one of our tips that we've done even most recently here in the last 30 days. So look, take the action now and let's you and I team up to increase patient certainty, increase patient retention, and guess what happens as a result of that? It increases patient referrals, which means that we start getting out to the community and truly making this worldwide difference that we keep talking about. One person at a time, one community at a time. I'm Dr. Troy Dukowitz, and I want to thank you for being here. Go ahead and click that link now. We'll see you on the next page.